Yeah, it's DDark, baby. Ready, Diktion project.
Maryam.
Yes.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Great.
Thanks.
So this is Maryam from RELLA. Add her on Twitter @RELLA_LDN, short for London. And that's www.rella.co.
Yes.
Just
CO, yeah, that's it.
.uk or .com or anything.
There's loads of new exciting domains out there.
Just wanted to be different, right?
Yeah.
So when did you come up with the idea of starting RELLA, the clothing brand?
RELLA was actually quite random. I started it in 2012 because I kind of bumped into my business partner in a networking event. Like how you said, networking. And
something similar to this, or is it?
No, it was kind of like through someone else, and then met up in an event and realised that we actually were kind of looking for the same thing. So we were basically thinking of creating a brand, and I really wanted to make it as ethical as possible. So what I mean by that is transparent in all aspects of producing and designing and everything. So I created it because the fashion industry has got to a point where it's getting absolutely ridiculous with with the whole Rana Plaza situation in Bangladesh. That really affected the way people were buying clothes. And that's when I realised that we should be making clothes that doesn't really kill people in the process. And so that's why we then decided to set up our own studio factory in Dhaka, Bangladesh. So we had full control over everything that was happening over there.
Hi, DDark.
Yeah,
How's it going, mate? You alright?
I'm good, how you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. So who were your musical influences growing up as a child, and how they influenced your style of music?
There's so many. The list, I'll name a few. Like Jay-Z, Busta Rhymes, Wiley, Dizzy Rascal, DW, Eminem, Ludacris, Pharrell, Timbaland. That is loads of that because I did production as well. A lot of producers. I was inspired by more artists as well. But yeah, it's just a few today.
So what's your main aim?
Really, the main aim is it's more than just a fashion brand. It's not like, it's really design led and it's all about quality. That's the two main focuses, but it's also about really getting people to understand where their clothes are from and who is making their clothes, and that when they buy something it's not so far-fetched. Oh shit. Thanks. So what was my aim? So my aim is really it's really just to educating the consumer, and it's a menswear brand, so it's really getting to men that will understand the conscious, basically being conscious about what they're buying and who is making it. I think is very, very important and something that we're missing at the moment.
And how do you go about educating people about where their clothes are made? And because everybody here, I'm sure, is a victim of not caring about where your clothes come from, just buying what's the most.
It's not a thing that is.
Yourself.
Yeah, it's not a thing that is our fault. It's something that's just been happening behind the scenes, and we have no understanding of it.
Yeah.
It's because a lot of companies don't take the opportunity to tell their consumers what's happening. And so how we do it is that through all of my communications, through social media, newsletters, on the website, it's all spoken about how we've made it. So it's all very clear, and from the word go, I've just been as honest about how we do things as possible. If we can't do some things as well, I'm honest about it as well. So it's all about the honest communication really with your consumers.
How did you go about putting your music out there at the beginning?
Basically, it was youth clubs. So in that we had to go youth clubs and spit lyrics. So you go youth club and spit the lyrics, and then you get a bit of hype there. And you go to another youth club in another area, you spit lyrics there, and you clash people. Like whoever's big in a certain area, you go there and you clash them. And then pirate radio stations as well. You used to go on there like Mystic FM, Raw Mystery. Some of them ain't around now, but I did that run. And yeah, I just got my name out that way. And then from when they used to be MSN, I used to
back in the MSN days.
Yeah. I used to like
ASL.
send tunes out on my MSN. I'd be like, yeah.
So the motor comes out.
Check out this tune.
You got a webcam, yeah?
Yeah, little webcam thing. So I'll send it on MSN, and then I'll get like more people adding me and stuff and sending it around. So that kind of circulated that way. Then the mobile phones came, people had it on their phones, I sent people's phones, and you know what I mean, do whatever I could to kind of get out there. And then through that, like, my name was getting out there more, and then Channel U came, did videos on Channel U and stuff. So yeah, just using every platform that there was to kind of
basically taking advantage of everything that came your way.
Definitely.
I know you have some other projects apart from RELLA.
Yeah.
The opportunity to speak about them, and what else do you have on the side?
Well, before I started RELLA, I was kind of doing, kind of got into drawing at a really young age, and then photography. So kind of started doing a lot of branding, musicians and so on. So kind of doing the album covers, branding them in terms of personality, logo, going to their gigs and taking photos of them and just creating a brand for them. And now I'm still continuing doing some work with some clients on that as well. And yeah, just doing freelance photography work, and just doing, I did a project a while ago with a spoken word artist as well, where basically she did the spoken word performances and I did a drawing at the same time, so it was that kind of a thing, showing an illustration to the words basically. So yeah, bits and bobs.
So you were signed by Aftershock label. How did that come about?
That was just from the hype that I was getting from just like doing all this stuff, doing all this groundwork. Okay. So they contacted me to join to them. At the same time, Lethal B contacted me to join Bandcamp, so I had to choose. But I went to Aftershock. When I went to Aftershock,
you rejected Lethal B.
Well, yeah.
No, you rejected Lethal B.
Yes. No, I just went to the other crew.
The other crew.
Yeah.
So who was in the other crew? What made you sway towards that one?
I think it was more like the sound was a bit more diverse. The DDark sound was like just like one sound, but it was a bit more diverse, and that was what I was kind of into at the time. So I went over there with an artist called Bruiser, if people remember, he was in there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you know, you know that.
Tiny Temple was in there as well, Mr. Brad, and a few other artists as well. So we was doing our thing, and it was like this time was getting onto that commercial radio. So that was on that BBC One Extra and Radio One, and doing interviews and was touring as well. So that ran its course, and that kind of everything split up. Like the label kind of just went down, and everyone just went their separate ways and did their own thing. And then I still my thing with it. Everyone else did.
So what are the downsides to your job? What gets you down? What's the thing you dislike the most? Speaking about the positives, what's the?
I think it's this like which becomes a good challenge, which is basically the hurdles that we're facing. I think being in London is extremely competitive, with clothing. And I think the way we're trying to go, I think we've got a quite strong USP. So I think the hurdles are a bit of a stressful aspect, but we've overcome it so far. So it's fine. It's alright.
What would you say is your biggest achievement?
Performing like abroad, like Europe, like Czech Republic, Poland, done shows out there, and yeah, that's the biggest.
What's the best country?
Czech Republic was crazy. Yeah, Czech Republic. Was
why is that your?
I know it's like a new kind of platform, a new place, different people. When you go to a new place and you see that people saying your lyrics and stuff, it's a bit mad. They don't speak language. Yeah. So it's a bit crazy. So definitely that was a big highlight. Yeah.
So DDark, what's your main focus right now?
My main focus is basically at the moment I've got label interest at the moment. So I'm just kind of working on an album at the moment. And I've got my live show. Whoever's free the 10th of September, make sure you come down to my live show. It's in Camden or Switch Chalk Farm, Bar Flat. So make sure you come down if you're free. It's going to be dope. So yeah, that's just the main focus at the moment.
I want you to fill in the blank.
Okay.
A bit like yourself.
Right.
I could not live without.
Oh no.
Does that have to be related to your job?
Water.
True. Okay, so what do we have to look forward to from RELLA?
Well, I mean, the plan is really to start distributing internationally. We've had quite a few customers from Denmark, Germany, and New York, actually. And so really it's kind of finding a strategy to go into those countries and go into those economies and see how they take us. I think, international takeover.
Take over the world.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your message to young people trying to do what you do?
My message is basically, if you believe in something and you want to do it, just go and do it. You're going to have so many hurdles, you're going to have people around you telling you you can't do it and stuff like that, but you've got to kind of just get away from those people and get around the people that are positive with what you're doing and kind of push you to keep doing what you're doing, and then you'll get there. Like, there's going to be so many hurdles, like everyone that's successful, like it wasn't an overnight thing. Like if you read their all biographies or their books, they'll tell you that what they went through to get to where they are. People think it's an overnight thing, but the people that have lasted and have longevity are the people that have kind of gone through a kind of long journey in what they're doing and have stuck to their guns and been consistent and just kept going regardless of what anyone has said.
So what kind of sacrifices have you made?
Yeah, sacrifice everything, like going out, everything.
Lost any friends?
Yeah, many, yeah, loads. Just focusing on what you want and just attracting it, because when you just have that focus, you see things will start to happen.
One piece of advice you would give to the youth of today who are thinking of getting into fashion, you're just starting up. One piece of advice.
Okay, go with what you want to do, but know what you're doing, because it's from the outside perspective, everything looks very kind of like nice and easy, which is really not the case at all. You have to kind of risk a lot of social aspects in your life, which, sacrifices, I think DDark spoke about.
Yeah.
And those are steps that you need to take if you want to get somewhere, I think. So I think really know what you want to do and have it planned out properly before you actually make the step. Because I think I rushed into RELLA quite quickly, and so I'm kind of like backtracking slightly. Yeah. So I think really just getting it right from the word go.
Your own experience.
Yeah. I mean, you can't really get it right from the word go. That's kind of wrong because you learn as you go on. Yeah. But trying to get the points as right as possible is the best advice I can give. Okay.
Right. That was Maryam from RELLA.
I know what you like, baby. Silly when I come around, my baby. Looking like I'm Mr. Right, baby.